Hello, hello, and welcome to day 28. This is the end of week 4. And if you've been following along, you know that week 4 was all about maps. So I spent the first 7 days, 6 or 7 days, I guess, working on the code on how I'm going to start creating the world in the game using the world data, keeping track of tile IDs, whether they're colliders, and also setting up the ability to instantiate prefabs based on nothing but else but the tile map. And I'm using a program called Tiled. I've been using it all along, but I'm using it in a way where all I'm really getting out of it is a CSV file. And it's mainly just a visual tool to design the world. And then the CSV file is what the game uses to actually place the tiles and find colliders and things like that. And then instantiate the prefabs. So really cool stuff there. So this week went by really well. I was going to work on some bridge mechanic, but instead of doing that, I thought it was more important to get a tile set completed, like that I'm actually going to use in the game, not none of this test tile sets that I've been using in the past here. I'm going to actually start moving forward with the final game here, and developing, the first step is developing a tile set which is for the world, the overworld. There's going to be another tile set for dungeons and interiors, but this is going to be for everything above ground for the entire map, creating the entire world for the game. So really cool. The concept is that I'm going to have multiple color schemes for the different portions of the map, depending. So a lot of this is duplicate work here, but it's changing the hue and saturation on these things to get different colored trees, ground, grass, and wood. So really neat there. The lower half here, I'm planning out to have transparency tiles, which will be used for any of the prefabs and stuff like that. So I want all the images needed in the game to be fed off of this one tile set for the overworld at least. The dungeons and interiors will have their own tile set and things for that. But this will have anything for the overworld that needs to be instantiated or placed onto the tile map will come from this one sheet. So it's going to save on image loading and things like that. So the way that I designed the code, which it's important to have the code designed before the images in my book, because now I know that I need every single tile to have some sort of an image in it. So this right here doesn't have anything in it. So this will not be recognized by Unity as a tile, which will cause huge problems. So what I do is I just come in here, an empty tile, I just paint on temporarily, or maybe will end up in the final product, just a red dot. And that way that tile will be displayed in the game as an actual tile, or set up in Unity as an actual tile. And then I can go through and make sure that every one has some sort of a color in it, some sort of an image in the tile space. So that's why you see all these red dots there. Eventually these will all get filled in with different sprites, hopefully for the game. If I can't fill them all up, which I think I will, I'll just leave some of the red dots in there. So essentially that's it. This is one of the biggest steps to finishing the game, is getting the artwork done for the map. Next step for me, I think it's going to be weekend. Well, I know it's going to be weekend tomorrow, but I think I'm going to spend the weekend on just designing the map. It's been one of the hardest things for me to do. I think I need to get that done in order for me to start moving on the final game here. Enough working on all these features. I think once I get a map in place, I can start designing the final game and incorporating the story that Joseph is writing, on his end, incorporating that into the map and the gameplay and all that kind of stuff. I think that's sort of needed to get the ball rolling a little bit faster here. But it's been amazing 4 weeks, and I'm really happy with the progress so far. Once this tile set is done and I start working on a map, it's going to be very exciting. So thanks for tuning in. Short video today. If you want to follow along with the game development from this point on, please subscribe and you'll get notifications. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below. And if you like the video, drop us a like. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.